Here's some good questions that you can start to use when talking to prospects or clients about Microsoft Dynamics. Firstly, are you using Office 365? This sounds obvious, but what we see is a real trend of when clients are already using Office 365, the conversion rate to using Microsoft Dynamics is significantly higher. This is probably because of the fantastic integrations with things like Outlook, Teams, SharePoint, and various other Office 365 tools. Where do you store your data? This is a really important question to ask to get them to think about where their data is, and also for us to understand what systems and what processes we might be replacing with the new Dynamics world. Where do you see opportunities to improve your systems? The idea of this is not to be negative, but it's to try and draw out some of the challenges and pains that they have with their current process and infrastructure setup. This is the opportunity for us to understand where, if we're going to present Dynamics as a solution, what are the improvements that we need to make in order to get the client buy-in. How do you use your data to grow your business? So this would be important to understand what data that they have, but actually are they using that data? So typically we see clients use data for things like tailored marketing communications, customer updates, but also to gain trends on things like what's selling and who their customers are. When are you looking to have a new system in place? This is to invite the prospect to start thinking about when they actually want to go live with the new system. They might have a point in time that we need to work towards and therefore be aware of while we're starting to build out what a project might look like. What business functions would you like supported? So you probably understand by now that there's various different modules of Dynamics. So asking the customer what functions or teams they would need supported by the new solution is a good way of us matching the right module to their needs. And finally, how many users would you have? Again, sounds like an obvious question, but it's important for us to gain a scale of how big these teams are. It's very common that often there will be tens, hundreds, or even thousands of Office 365 users, but actually the CRM usage is only a small percentage of that. So trying to think about who would actually use the CRM solution that we're talking about or Dynamics is a really good question to ask.